Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video of another car that costs around 500k, just like other manufacturers that you know that overpriced. But here on this video, ladies and gentlemen, you are not getting scammed. This is priced very well. For the things you get on this car, I think the price is reasonable. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kia Carens. Well, the Kia Carens isn't actually new to South Africa. Kia sold the first and second generation models locally in the 2000s before dropping the nameplate around 2013. Fast forward to 2026 and the Kia Carens is back, but this time as a modern 7-seater crossover with SUV styling. The first generation Carens was from 1999 to 2005. The 1999 one was the original entry-level family vehicle, but back then it featured 5-seater as standard. Yeah, because now it comes with 7-seaters as standard. And the second generation of the Kia Carens sold in 2007 to 2013, and this time it had an extreme makeover and it featured two different variants you can choose from, with a choice of 5-seat or a 7-seater layout. Well, then the third generation model came out, built between 2013 and 2019. Completely skipped South Africa, leaving a long absence until the fourth generation arrived in local showrooms. When I say arrived in local showrooms, it's that Kia only brought in few models just for testing in South Africa. They didn't sell them in South Africa. So this one is the fourth generation, but I think it's a facelift. I don't see anywhere that is saying it's a facelift, but if you look at the fourth generation that didn't sell in South Africa and this new one that is currently in South Africa, you can see that they look similar. The only change is just the headlights and the interior. The interior completely changed, and I will say I prefer the interior of the one that didn't sell in South Africa over the one that is selling right now. Of course, it's a Kia. It comes in many different models, but at least it's not like the Sonet, which comes in 8 different models. This has 4 models. The one I have on the video is the EX model, which costs around 500k. It comes with a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine, which produces 85 kilowatts and 250 newton meters of torque, and it's also front wheel drive. Guess the output power of the TSI. Yes, it is 85 kilowatts, same exact horsepower as the Kia Carens. And the fuel consumption of this car is claimed to be 5.3 liters to 100 kilometers, and the TSI is 5.4 liters to 100 kilometers. And I'm not saying the Polo TSI is a bad car, but for how much it costs and what you get for the car, it doesn't make sense for the price, especially if you can get a 7-seater with premium materials on the inside and features that the TSI doesn't have for the same price as the Polo TSI. I mean, it's a hatchback. It should be hatchback prices, because you can get the Alcazar around the same price as the Polo TSI R-Line and this car for the exact same money. But VW is charging you these amounts when you can get an MPV. So VW is charging MPV money for a hatchback. Okay, enough about the hatchbacks. Let's talk about styling on the Kia Carens. I love the front end. It looks nice. It kind of looks like an electric car. I love the way the headlight layout is, and the LED daytime running lights it has, and the grille, and the white, is it gray or white feature on the bumper at the bottom of the bumper, and the wheels, they look nice. Even the side profile of the car looks nice, looks proper. So this car is a crossover, not really an SUV. It's in the category of crossovers. I like the front end. It looks very nice. Even the Alcazar looks very nice. So it comes with 17-inch rims from the back and the front. So yeah, I like the side profile of this. It even comes with crossbars if you want to load something on top of the car. So special thanks to Kia Bloemfontein for giving us the car to review. Yeah, I love this car. It's very nice. So here's the rim at the back, also 17-inch rims, And what I like about this car is that the bar light at the back of the car illuminates its LEDs, unlike other cars that have a bar light but they don't utilize it. Just like the Grand i10 is just there for shows. It doesn't illuminate even when you step on the brake, even when you turn on the light. So yeah, the boot, it's not electric. You have to manually adjust it. You have to manually open and close it. So for 500k, I think it's reasonable not to have an electric tailgate, in my opinion, because the few cars that I've seen that cost around the same price they do not have an electric tailgate. So at the back of this car, you get two USB Type-C ports for the third row seats and cup holders plus this top bin on both sides of the car. And I also love how the second row seats fold. You can see they are different. On the Alcazar, only one side of the seat can fold like that. The boot space of the Carens is about 216 liters when all 7 seats are upright. So the Proteus I, when all 5 seats are upright, is 351. But then if you're gonna use the Kia Carens how you use the Polo with all 5 seats up, the storage of the Kia Carens is gonna be 645 liters, and when all the seats are folded down is about 1,164 liters. What I like about the Kia Carens, the other thing is you can fit in adults at the back of this thing. Do you know which car can fit adults on its third row seat without any problem? You get that on the X7, on the GLS Mercedes-Benz. This car, you can do it all, like costing 400k, and you can fit people at the third row seats. That is very impressive. So you can see here a full-grown adult at the back of the Kia Carens third row seat, and then I'm gonna sit in front of him and he has no problem. The seats are not squishing him. He's sitting properly and his leg room is fitting nice, and also mine, I fit in perfectly nice. So in the front cabin, you get this white color on the door cards and under the dashboard, even on the center console. So the seats are leather, manually adjusted for 400k, reasonable. And you get this center armrest that is covered in leather, and the storage behind the center armrest. It's not that big, it's small storage, it's not that big. And you get an automatic transmission and 2 USB ports with Type A and Type C, and a 12-volt socket with wireless charging in the middle of it on the center console. On the glove box, you get decent storage, and you also get this type of cloth or fabric on the dashboard on the passenger side next to the infotainment system. I don't know when did manufacturers start doing cloth on dashboard. And you get this infotainment system here, and the car also comes with cruise control. The climate buttons is like the Kia Sorento. You can change the functions to control the infotainment system or to control your climate control, your fan speed, your AC. What I'm touching right now is a screen. It's not real buttons, it's a screen. So the buttons are multifunctional. If you change the settings, they're gonna go to your fan speed and everything. If you change, you can control the infotainment system like volume. The door cards are plastic. All that white is plastic, but only here it's leather. So the steering wheel comes with this white leather and stitching, but on the airbag it's plastic, and the buttons, functional buttons to control the infotainment system on the steering wheel. As you can see here, leather on the white, and a digital instrument cluster. All the seats comes with this artificial leather. The second row seats also come with artificial leather. You don't get an armrest on the second row seat, that is gone, and they are manually adjusted. Also the third row seats are leather. So you get air vents on top of the roof. You don't get them traditionally where they are. Even on this third row, you don't get them on the center console. The center console is only to control the fan speed, and you have some storage and 2 USB Type-C ports for people in the second row seats to charge their phones. So yeah, here it's nice. Leather, unlike some other cars that cost 400k, but you don't get leather. And of course you get ISOFIX mounting on the second row seat. It's a family car. The Polo or this one?
Polo.
Polo. Oh, make the right decision. Be like this guy. Choose the Kia Carens. The Polo is a scam. Yeah, this car, the price difference between the Polo TSI and this one is like 900. If you're that stingy, then I don't know. Yeah, that's it for the Kia Carens. See you next time. Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button.